In Got Played News.
Oh.
Submitted by Pearl World Loves JK.
We love you too, Pearl World.
A man stole a woman's car while on a date and then used it to take her godsister on a date instead.
I thought this was a joke.
It sounds like a joke.
That sounds like very alpha behavior.
Isn't it incest to date your godsister?
They're not blood related.
His date's godsister.
His godsister?
No.
His godsister.
Oh yeah, his date's got sorry.
Yeah, I was like, wait, I thought I heard right.
He's like, man, fuck, you're whack. Get out the car.
Oh yeah.
But I like your car.
This takes place in Memphis.
That's some fucking.
You're the only 10 I see.
Shit, dude.
He didn't give a fuck.
Like that is, I can't even think of that. Like that's some like, I don't give a fuck. I am the man kind of mentality. Like, I mean, it's not dope. I mean, you know, I'm just mind blown that someone can be that fucking confident.
We've had someone do that to us.
Who?
They stole some shit from us and then they let us borrow that stolen shit.
Oh yeah.
I guess. But then I think the element of dating involved too, that's just some next level, like top of the line gorilla shit. He's like the king of all gorillas. He's like, oh, fuck all the gorillas and I do whatever I want.
I imagine it like happening during the date too. He's like, that's your godsister? Cool, all right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Yeah.
Keys and he leaves and just like fucking goes and picks her up.
Oh no, what
Was it on the fly?
was she was driving and he goes, all right, just fucking pushes her off and he gets in the car and then, like, I don't know, just finds the godsister somehow.
Oh, what happened? It started off so strong.
I know.
Somehow.
I don't know how.
The rest of it
He
happened.
found the godsister somehow.
Pushes her out and then, I don't know, man.
I don't know. We get there somehow.
They went to go pick her up. That's what happened. And then she's like, oh, she's even hotter. And then he fucking tosses her out the car. And then that's what happened.
What if she was the godsister and the sister were at the same house, right? And he was like, the godsister opened the door and he's like, oh man, this bitch is bad. This is my date. And she's like, oh hey, actually I'm your date. He's like, oh, all right. And then they go on the date. Then he pushes her out, turns back around, goes back to the house. He's like, honk honk, let's get it.
With her car.
With her car.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. So this.
Wow.
Now tell us what really
Who
happened.
is mine with his own story?
Wow.
All right. So this guy, his name is Kelton.
What an asshole.
That means exactly 5'8". Exactly, dude.
How did you catch that? She was still flipping the
I
fucking
was
screen.
just like, I have never seen
She was
anyone.
still turning the
that
screen around.
I didn't know what you were about to say, but I did not think that was gonna be it.
I thought he was gonna say that's exactly who I pictured, or the face I pictured, or like.
Once this photo was saved and I saw the 5'8", I already immediately thought of you.
Really?
Like Bart's gonna notice this shit.
I was like, damn.
You notice the buttons on people's shirts? Like you notice the craziest randomest shit.
He's exactly
He
5'8".
is the most.
Why is he trying to be all seductive in his fucking mugshot?
Like he just licked his lips and then took the picture.
See, that's what I'm talking about. The confidence in this man, dude. Like he's still trying to be sexy to the fucking person taking the picture.
He's trying to seduce the photographer.
I'm like, what the fuck?
He knew the story was gonna go viral, so he was like, let me look good for this mugshot.
Yeah, for the future honeys.
Yeah.
So maybe he's actually 5'7", he tippy-toed to be 5'8".
He told him.
This is gonna be viral.
So Kelton took Faith out on a date.
Oh shit, okay.
Oh, babe.
What you trying to say, Bart?
I think you're onto something, Tim.
It's just a funny haircut.
She got 2 little pom-poms on her head.
You gotta have faith, man.
So they've known each other since high school, and apparently like one day he just hit her up and was like, hey, let me take you on a date, and she was like, okay. So he shows up, he doesn't have a car, so he was like, oh, can we take your car instead? She was like, all right. So they take her Volvo. Then he tells her, oh, let's stop by a gas station really quick.
I haven't seen a Volvo in a minute, man.
They're making
They're
a comeback.
everywhere.
They're
They're
making a
nice.
comeback.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know all the semi trucks are Volvo.
I used to get Volvo and Volkswagen mixed up like a motherfucker too.
I just see her like in the middle of a Walmart parking lot, like, fuck, they got me again. Shit.
Goddamn V's.
Goddamn bees. Motherfucking bees.
Fucking bees, man.
Oh, like Volvo is like a short name for Volkswagen?
Yeah, that was like
They called it Volvo?
or some shit. Yeah, I would be looking at, man, there's so many of these Volkswagens. And my friend's like, that's a Volvo. And I was like, isn't that the same shit?
All right, so what happened?
Oh, so okay.
You're like a cat.
I'm like, enough about the Volvos. Tell me what happened.
I'm just waiting because sometimes he likes to go on. Okay, so then he goes to a gas station. She gets out of the car, goes inside, buys him a cigar. And then by the time she comes back out, he's already gone.
Also, he's like, hey, let's go to the gas station. Can you get
You bought me a cigar.
Yeah.
So he has been planning it. Though.
That's how fucking boss he is. Like, he asks a girl out on a date. She drives him. She buys the fucking blunt.
Damn, she was probably in love with him in high school.
For sure, for sure.
And he takes the car.
So then
How mean.
her mom picked her up, and then together they used the GPS to track her car.
Oh, shit.
And they followed the car to a drive-in theater. They find that he is in that car with Faith's godsister.
Wow.
Damn.
So this was all completely orchestrated and
It
planned out.
sounds like
Yeah,
it.
it sounds like it.
The
Yeah.
godsister never noticed that was her sister's car.
I guess not.
So yeah, well, like, does it say if the godsister was like surprised, like, girl, I didn't know this was your car and this was your date, like, or was she like, yeah, use my godsister's car and pick me up? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh, I don't know that.
Sabotage.
The story.
Damn.
It sounds like he set up the date first with the godsister.
yeah,
Oh
And then it's
my
like, shit, I don't have a car. Oh, let me hit up this chick.
right. Who I know is in love with me.
Yeah.
Oh, so he isn't a boss after all. He was fucking manipulated.
He's a sneak.
Because if you guarantee a blowjob to any guy, he will fucking do anything. He'll commit crime.
But like, fuck, why do you have to steal that? Like the godsister's car specifically? You could have stolen anybody's car.
I
Yeah.
take it back, man. He's not that he's not the top dog anymore.
He's just a mean man.
He's just mean and a weasel.
I like how you thought he was top dog immediately, just based off of the fact that he stole the car and took it to another date.
I mean, and he's 5'8".
And it's the sisters.
That's pretty boss though, to steal the girl's car.
I can't even think of that.
It's like almost like getting arrested, right? And then you steal the police car to go do another crime.
Yeah.
That's pretty gangster.
It is pretty ballsy.
So did they say what ended up happening after they?
No, the last bit of the story here is that she immediately called police and that he was arrested on the spot.
What movie were they watching?
Yeah, go give us the
A
important
drive-in
details.
theater, yeah.
I haven't seen a drive-in in forever.
Oh, they're around.
All the drive-ins that I see around here are all swap meets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's swap meets during the day, drive-ins at night.
Yeah, there's one in Paramount that's still up.
Do you go?
I've been.
Recently, like in the last 5 years?
Last 5 years, yeah. Probably like last couple years I went with Chia, you know.
That's dope.
Yeah, just lay back, made out. You know what I'm saying? Held hands.
Oh yeah. Did you get to second base?
What is second
No,
base?
I'm waiting till
I think
marriage.
second base is boobs.
Yeah,
Up, right?
Fondling.
First base is kissing.
Not anymore. It's the
Second
other way,
base is-
apparently.
No. First base is touching, no? Second base is kissing.
I think
Naked
first
fondling.
base is kissing. No, for like the old school terms, right?
I never watched baseball.
Is fondling.
Third base is maybe get a little finger in there or some
Head
head.
and blowjob.
Oh, maybe.
I think third
And then
base.
home run is fucking.
Home run is
Yeah.
vaginal. You know.
What's,
Vaginal intercourse. That sounds disgusting.
That's the scientific term, G.
and fourth base is anal?
There is no fourth base.
Run is fourth
Home run
base,
is-
fool.
yeah.
Anal is fucking bench.
Anal's the bench.
What's foul then?
Foul is
There's 3 strikes.
foul is when the girl says no and you should have been fucking off her. Oh no, that's a strike.
That's a strike.
What is it called when it goes out of bounds?
That's a foul.
Foul?
Foul ball, yeah.
Foul is just like when you try to put it in but you miss and then you hit her thigh instead. That's a foul.
Oh, yeah.
Or you hit her butthole, she goes, hey. You go, oh, my bad.
Yeah, I think we all say wrong hole.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever done any scummy shit?
Scummy shit.
Like, what do
Yeah,
you, can
like
you
that.
define scummy shit?
You are gonna go on a blind date, but you have like another girl as backup.
Oh, is that scummy?
I don't know. I'm just trying to think of an example on the spot.
I remember my friend was gonna take me to go hang out with this girl that I met online. This is back in the AOL days when you don't really have pictures and stuff like that.
It was a gamble back then.
Yeah, it was a gamble.
You like to gamble, so you must have been fun.
But what she explained was like, you know, she was like 5'3", you know, 100 pounds or whatever. Fuck, man, when we pulled up, she was not.
That.
She was
Nah,
not
she was
100
like 5'8" and like something else.
Ah.
And then I was like, let's go.
You left her hanging?
It was like a, and then the park, and then.
How'd you know it was her?
I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know.
I guess I've done something similar to that where it was also somebody I was gonna meet from offline and the picture was really cute and
You got duped.
yeah, and then when we met up, it was not what I expected.
Yeah.
And this was in Vegas years and years ago. And I was supposed to meet up and I met her and I was like, in my head I was like, yeah, this is not what I thought this was gonna be. And then I was kinda like, damn, my boy just texted me Like he's having an emergency.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, he's like really like I think he's like his chick is like passed out or drunk or some shit. I was like, I gotta go help him out. I gotta go. I'm sorry. And then I was like, bye. I just bounced. Yeah.
You know what though? I try to keep friends. Like I never make it romantic immediately because I fucking learned my lesson. Like I don't start flirting. You just gotta establish that friendship because she might have hot friends.
Like, what up?
She might have hot
No, because she might have friends, and then it's like you don't want to be too flirty unless you start hanging out with them. This is online dating. So like in person, it's different because you know immediately, like, oh yeah,
The vibe.
You flirt immediately, right? But then when you don't really know, and then you're just like, she might be fucking nuts, but who knows? She might have hot friends or whatever.
Right.
Anyways, so I kind of keep it that way, and then you kind of go from there.
I got you. Cause you don't want to be that asshole that was like super flirty, and then all of a sudden you meet her friends and you're flirting with her friends, and she's.
I don't want to ghost anybody for no reason.
I got you.
I don't do that shit.
We don't do that shit.
I respect women.
It's 2018.
So that's how you play. You gotta take it slow, be friends, and then next week you go for that fucking sex if you want to.
Yeah, sure.
1 week at least.
Or just smash that night.
They're the scums though. They catfish you guys.